Hello and welcome to the Newsx Sunday Guardian Roundtable. Well, this week we are going to be moving away from the politics of the center to the politics of the state because four crucial states are slated to go for elections in April and May. These are Tamil Nadu, Assam, West Bengal, and Kerala. Well, as you know, in these states, it's going to be a very interesting fight. There are going to be face-offs between two strong opposition leaders, Mamata Banerjee and M.K. Stalin, with the BJP and the NDA, and also the Congress has stakes in Kerala as well as in Assam. Will it be able to stop the Himanta Biswa juggernaut? Will the Congress be able to make some kind of a dent as an opposition leader in Kerala, for instance? And how will Mamata Banerjee be able to hold on to a citadel? These are questions I'm going to be asking with psephologists and people who have their eyes on the ground. I have with me Yashwant Deshmukh. He is the director and founding editor of Sea Voter, a keen political watcher and observer. Amitabh Tiwari, he's a political strategist and a psephologist. He's also the founder of Sendia, and his vote vibes tracker that is going to be tracking the elections on the ground has taken off. But first, Yashwantji, I'll start with you. What about the Sea Voter tracker? Are you also, keeping an eye on the states in particular? You just concluded the Mood of the Nation poll. So from that, what are the findings that we're expecting to find with these four states in mind?
Well, thank you, Priya. The trackers will be starting probably coming Monday on the state one. But yes, I mean, the last week, as you know, we came up with the Mood of the Nation, the biannual flagship show with India Today. And whatever the trends I could gather from these four states, even though the India Today poll is at the national numbers, the Lok Sabha numbers, but we do ask about the performance of the state governments and the CMs and other things as well. So what I can gauge from that exercise is that at this point of time in the five poll-bound states, I can see a significant anti-incumbency in two states particularly. One is in Kerala and one is in Puducherry.
I forgot Puducherry. Thank you.
Yeah. And in three states there is kind of incumbency which is visible, but largely because of charismatic chief ministers or in that way. For example, Mamata Banerjee is still sitting pretty. Himanta Biswa Sarma is doing very well at this point of time. And because of a complete bifurcation or the division of the opposition, Stalin साहब अभी आराम से बैठे हैं. But that doesn't mean that he is not having problems. He is going to face problems at some point of the time if the opposition unites. At this point of time, I don't see opposition uniting as such. This new player, Vijay, is there. It's kind of vertically splitting. So whatever the numbers at the Lok Sabha level that we got it, this is what it looks like at this point of time. But significant pointers as we will come. I mean, I'm sure Amitabh will be having his own insights. He is doing detailed surveys in all these states as well. But these are my large things which I have found. I mean, I would just like to collaborate if Amitabh is finding something different, and if then we'll continue with that kind of discussion. But I would just like to know what is Amitabh's finding at this point of time.
Yeah, in fact, we're also waiting to hear Amitabh. If you can just give us broadly your findings of, because your vote vibes tracker has taken off. So what are the initial findings in these states? And then we can, of course, go state by state.
Yeah, so overall, if you see, I mean, we've done four states, Assam, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. We've not yet started Puducherry. In terms of incumbency, we see a good pro-incumbency sentiment in Assam. In all other states, be it West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, or Kerala, there is significant anti-incumbency. However, just anti-incumbency does not necessarily translate into votes for the opposition, as Yashwantji mentioned. So while in Assam, the BJP is sitting pretty because of pro-incumbency and also because of a delimitation exercise carried out in 2024 Lok Sabha election, which has reduced the minority community influence seats by anywhere between 10 to 20 seats. In West Bengal, though anti-incumbency is high because it's a 15-year-old government, the opposition, which is the BJP, does not have a face to take on Mamata Banerjee. Suvendu is still considered as a TMC BJP. So in BJP also you have various factions, the original BJP versus TMC BJP. And it's somehow people feel there that they're not able to understand the culture heritage of Bengal, and they are using a template, the copy paste template, which they use in other states. And the demographic there actually favors West Bengal because, unlike Assam, where the minority population is now fairly concentrated in 20-25 odd seats, in West Bengal, the minority population is fairly spread out in around 90 seats, where the population is more than 30%, of which Mamata Banerjee won 85 plus.
Okay.
Now, if you come to Kerala, Kerala, anyways, every 5 years, government is thrown out in Kerala. You have LDF now breaking the trend in 2021. So there is huge amount of anti-incumbency and a fertile ground for Congress to come back to power, which we have seen in the urban or the local body polls results as well. However, factionalism in Congress is very high, and the left is largely depending upon Congress to score a self goal like in Haryana. In Tamil Nadu, again, there is a strong trend of alternate governments, which was broken by Jayalalitha in 2016. So, maximum number of people believe that the trend will hold. There is good amount of anti-incumbency also. But with the inclusion of the new player in the political scenario, which is Vijay, now, a third player technically votes whatever it gets is an opportunity loss for the main opposition, which is the AIADMK led opposition. However, since the ideology and the politics of Vijay is largely similar, he is presenting a secular sort of ideology. So he is damaging, it seems, the DMK more, the SPA, which is the Secular Progressive Alliance, I think it's called there, more than AIADMK. And that's what really is complicating the matter there.
Okay, quick question before I get Yashwanti to comment. Let's go state by state on Kerala. Firstly, we've seen, I think your polls predated the Shashi Tharoor rapprochement with the Congress party. Will that make any difference on the ground? And is the vote in Kerala an anti-left vote, or is it an anti-UDF vote, anti-LDF vote?
It's to me, ma'am.
To you, Amitavya. Then I'll get, since you've done the survey, then I'll get Yashwanti.
Yeah. So in I think in June, when we had done a survey and asked who should be the UDF CM face, the Shashi Tharoor had got the highest, around 20-22%. But it was largely on account of recency events or a recency bias, because at that point of time he was representing India and taking on, or rather presenting India's views to the world on Operation Sindoor, and he was fairly vocal around that time. But six months later, what has happened is that the local politics now takes center stage, and LOP, who is VD Satishan, is fairly popular in the state and raising the flag of the Congress, largely also being credited for the urban or rather the local body polls where UDF won. So VD Satishan clearly emerging as the main contender
CM
to
face.
the CM face, which is Pinari Vijayan, and because of lack of clarity around his candidature and now old age and health, K Shailaja also gets almost similar 17-18% from CPM side. Whether it is an you said anti-left or a vote for
I
left.
mean, who's the axis where the votes are going to conversation will revolve
Uh,
around? Congress or
Because,
the...
yeah, because largely it's a state which throws out government every 5 years. So the
Okay.
sentiment there is largely anti-government, whichever government is in power when elections are held in a span of 5 years. So first is anti-government sentiment. The
Mhm.
left is banking on Congress factionalism, but the entry of BJP and the victory of BJP in one of the municipal corporations, and also they were able to win one Lok Sabha election. What it does is that again there the demographic 45% as per 2011 census is minority population. So the rise of the BJP creates a confusion in the mind of the minority voter, and then they take their bets as to who is going to defeat. So that also somehow will play a role
Plays the role.
in the elections. Yeah.
Okay, Yashwant, your comments on this, and also Kerala state where we've also, Rajiv Chandrasekhar has also come in. He made an impact against Shashi Tharoor. So a lot of prominent personalities at fray, apart from Shashi Tharoor, of course, and V. Satishan.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fascinating contest at play because, as Amitabh just mentioned, that the entry of BJP is a very tangential thing to happen. I mean, they have been scoring some percentage, good percentage, almost touching 20% in Lok Sabha election for long, in multiple elections actually. But they were reduced to single digits whenever the assembly election came in, and hardly, they somehow managed to open assembly last time just to get, I mean, penultimate time. O Rajagopal ji, I think he entered the as an MLA. But there is something which is happening very significantly in Kerala. I mean, as a minority point, Amitabh just mentioned, now we are used to see the minorities as one single bucket of Muslim and Christians together in rest of the India. But in Kerala, it is not so. There is a different communal angle. People do not realize that this love jihad campaign in India is not started by the BJP or the Hindutva brigade. It is started by the church bodies in Kerala, because they
Really?
started a campaign saying that Christian girls are being
Imagine.
wooed by the Islamists and getting converted. So uh, please always keep in
That's
mind
interesting. I
that
did not know that.
Kerala is a different territory altogether, and apart from the Hindu-Muslim angle, there is a Christian-Muslim angle as well, very significant one. Number one. Number two. If the BJP manages to cross 20% in vote share, it will be directly coming at the cost of the left, just like West Bengal. Just the way BJP consumed left in West Bengal and in Tripura for that matter, their growth in Kerala will be certainly at the cost of left, and left in the last 2 decades has largely become, people find it very difficult to digest, but the Hindu party of Kerala. People don't realize it, but yeah, that's the fact. And it's gonna be interesting, amazing fight to witness. Left won back-to-back election, breaking the trend, largely because of Congress doing. And Congress was unable 5 years back to win the election, which was on a platter. They just refused to eat it. So today, if they are hoping again for that kind of thing, I mean, they are not hoping against odds. I mean, it is something which has happened, so they have all the rights to hope for that. But largely, 10 years of incumbency is a long time, number one. Number two, it is an institutional thing, the vote bank. The left and the Congress vote is institutional. It is not largely driven by a charismatic leader in Kerala, largely speaking. Even the CPM side, they have had their strong leaders, but they have always alternatives and like that. So it is the CPM cadre versus the Congress vote bank. So CM candidate, as Amitabh just mentioned, I also feel that the numbers would be different within a year. Our tracker will be starting coming with Malayalam Manorama. I mean, we are keenly looking at that, and it's going to be quite a significant one. But I largely agree with Amitabh's points here that BJP's growth is going to basically have its own impact. I won't say vote katwa, because it is no more a vote katwa. They have got sitting Lok Sabha MPs and like that, so you cannot say that. But BJP might be on a slow and steady growth plan in Kerala, and that is almost certainly going to largely come at the cost of CPM in Kerala. That's what my reading is.
Oh, good. So, I mean, I also like that point of that Congress should not throw away a victory as it did in Haryana, with
Oh,
Kerala. So,
they have this expertise of snatching the defeat from the jaws of victory. I mean, as we joke around, but yeah, I mean, it's for the Congress to spot. Otherwise, Kerala is theirs largely.
okay. On that, yeah, I think we seem to agree on that. But Amitabh, now let's take a look at, say, Tamil Nadu. You mentioned the entry of a third player, Vijay. We've also seen Congress playing this very, flirting with the Vijay and flirting with Stalin. The seat sharing with DMK is still not done. Congress wants a share in the government, which the DMK is not keen to give at all. So, do you see that alliance breaking? And what is a possible TMC Vijay, Congress Vijay alliance looking like? If that happens, what are the chances? You're on mute.
Yeah. So essentially, if we see after the breakup of DMK into DMK and AIADMK, there have been 11 elections, 7 won by AIADMK and 4 by DMK. AIADMK on a standalone basis is a stronger party than DMK in Tamil Nadu because it has it records a higher vote share than DMK even when it loses on most occasions. But
Hmm.
Tamil Nadu is a game of alliances. And that is where in the last three elections, the two Lok Sabha and one Vidhan Sabha, 19, 21 and 24, the DMK has done well because it has a social coalition of Congress left, VCK, a Dalit representative party, and MDMK and some smaller parties. So BJP and AIADMK contested separately and lost badly the 2024 Lok Sabha election. So now they have joined hands. So their joining hands is also not enough. So they realize they've brought PMK. They've even got back Dinakaran into the alliance because it's a game of alliances. Now there is a third partner with TVK. So Congress realizes this. So Tamil Nadu is a game of alliances. It brings 4 to 5% vote share. It is traditionally strong in some pockets, and that
Hmm.
helps DMK win. So why it should not have a share of the power pie? So that is the pressure tactic which it is employing, and it is fair because Tamil Nadu is a game of alliances. But
But
now
your
they
poll tracker, what does it show in terms of anti-incumbency against talent? How much percent?
Yeah. So they also see that the anti-incumbency is high, 42% negative rating versus 36% positive rating. 44% people are saying that the trend can repeat this time also, which is throwing out alternate governments. And the fact that DMK is not budging. So given this scenario, they see that or they are evaluating the option whether going with TVK because if there is a possibility that DMK might lose because of the trend and high anti-incumbency, then why not hedge bets with some other player, which is TVK, and also a pressure tactic. So, as per unconfirmed reports, TVK is willing to give around 70 seats to the Congress party, six deputy CM, six ministries, and one
Oh.
Rajya Sabha membership also because the TVK also needs, correct, because it's a game of alliances. It needs
Hmm.
alliance partners. Once Congress joins TVK, then it sends the message to the voter or helps it create a narrative that it will be able to win the election, which currently it's not able to. So more than 50% of the respondents feel that TVK is a vote cutter or may even land up like Prashant Kishore. These are again largely DMK, AIDMK voters, but that's how the perception is. And the DMK is leading by 2%, but that's within the margin of error range.
Your reaction, Yashwanji, before we take a break on the Tamil Nadu and what his findings have shown?
Well, in Tamil Nadu, in the MOTN, basically the Lok Sabha level, we found the significant lead of DMK. But
Acha.
as Amitabh just mentioned, that probably that is largely because that when people look at the national picture, then the anti-BJP, anti-Modi votes. There are three states, by the way, Priya, in Kerala. In the last 11 years, we have been tracking and telling Punjab, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala have a distinct anti-BJP, anti-Modi. They like to polarize whenever the elections are there. So in Tamil Nadu also, as Amita mentioned, that Vijay is probably picking up DMK votes as well. And when the national picture we ask about it, then those voters actually go back to the DMK. And this is where actually Tamil Nadu is an aberration of sort in this kind of trends where DMK tends to score better in the Lok Sabha election on the anti-Modi plan than in the assembly elections. So it's the other way around where BJP gets a Modi dividend in the Lok Sabha elections. We know 10 to 15% across all other states, but these three
Hmm.
states is not like that. Tamil Nadu is the
That's
number one.
interesting.
Yeah, it's the other way around, where basically opposition votes unite much more sharply when you ask about the Lok Sabha. But they get segregated or decentralized the moment you turn into the assembly election. So I assume, that when we will start analyzing the data at the assembly level, probably that 10% point lead plus point lead will come down significantly, might be slashed, and that is where probably their lead will be. Amitabh probably found. Amitabh, you found 3% lead. Am I correct? Around
2%.
yeah, 2-3%. So maybe in going by my number, the same number, maybe our idea would be around 5%. just understanding the way the leads will work. But nevertheless, a slight lead to DMK, I would say, as far as the assembly is concerned. One interesting thing with Tamil Nadu I found about Vijay, while I tend to agree with Amitabh that he might also end up like PK in Bihar, create a lot of traction and everything. I remember when the last tracker of Tamil Nadu came out, he was almost 15% plus, almost touching 20 in our tracker. And so was the case for PK. On the popularity, he was coming 20, 22%, 23%, but eventually vote share, the moment it became bipolar, he was gone for a toss. That was the thing. So if Tamil Nadu goes for a bipolarity of it, then Vijay might end up like PK. But if he sustains the momentum because he is a popular star, unlike PK, PK did not have any kind of legacy whatsoever. But as far as Vijay is concerned, he is a popular star, has a dedicated following. If people start looking at him as a vote cutter, then he is going to be wiped out. But if they start looking at it as a viable long-term alternative, then the case would be different. And the problem by Vijay is less at AIA DMK. I totally agree on that, but more on the DMK side because of the next generation leadership. You see, when you look into politics, Priya, you have to always keep half an eye on what is coming 5 or 10 years down the lane. My own understanding by looking at the data is that unlike Andhra Pradesh, by the way, Tamil Nadu, Udayanidhi is still not there, filling up whatever the next gen thing is concerned. Andhra Pradesh is different. I mean, it's adjoining, but you look at it, if you would have asked me about Nara Lokesh 5 years or 10 years back, my data would not. But right now, in our data in Andhra Tracker, Nara Lokesh has grown up big time. Now even if you pull out the name of TDP Supremo and just ask between Nara Lokesh and Jagan Mohan Reddy and for that matter, Pawan Kalyan, 5 years back, Nara Lokesh was number 3. Right now is number 1. Even though lead of Chandrababu Naidu is way bigger on Jagan Mohan Reddy, it is not that lead, but it's a significant development when you are handing over the legacy to the next generation. So the maturity or maturation process of getting matured by Nara Lokesh, which is there, is not the same what you can see in Udayanidhi. It's not happening.
Fair enough.
It's not happening. So something is missing, and that is where I think Vijay is kind of has a chance to step in by picking up the youth,
But yeah.
and that is something tells you about the not just, and same is in the Telangana. BJP's, by the way, gain in MOTN, maximum gain was happening in Telangana, by the way. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you ask me what has changed in 6 months between the August 15 MOTN and 26 January, I would say significant section came from Telangana, where I can sense that anti-incumbency is growing. Congress in any way won Telangana with only about 30% votes prayer. But they were behaving as if almost they want 50% votes.
Yeah.
Problem with Telangana politics is also about the succession. KTR and KCR. I mean, that thing is still a work in progress. And BJP as an institution, by the way, is picking up. So organizationally speaking, AIA-DMK as an institution is pretty much present. Problem with Vijay is that he doesn't have an institution, doesn't have an organization. AIA-DMK, mara hathi ki sawa lakh ka, is that thing that is still there. So a lot is going to change in this way. If Vijay, regardless of the results, says that I'm going to stay put, I'm going to stay invested, then the problem of the DMK will kind of have a lot of...
Maybe in the next election, looking at the future.
Yeah.
Okay. So on that note, I'm going to take a quick break, and then we are also going to take a look at what's happening in West Bengal and Assam. 2 popular chief ministers, can they hold? And what are the vote trackers saying about them? What are their plus points? I'm going to take a break after a short break. welcome back to the Newsx Sunday Guardian Roundtable. We are taking a look at the coming elections, but quickly, Amitabh, you're out of time, so I'm going to call you both back again. What are the USPs of both the sitting CMs who are expected, I think, to hold on to their seats? What are your trackers saying? Mamata Banerjee and Hemanta.
Mamata Banerjee is very popular amongst women, despite some incidents in Sandesh Kali, RG Kar, etc. She still retains that vote bank, and now we also have heard that she has increased the cash income support to women from by 500 rupees. So she has a strong support amongst women, and also the Bhadra look. See, what is happening is that the BJP is ahead in SC, ST, OBC. But in the Bhadralok and the minorities, the TMC or Mamata Banerjee is still ahead, which neutralizes the gains made by BJP. In Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma is seen as a hands-on person. People appreciate the development and infrastructure which has taken place, and also the removal of the low-level corruption in creating jobs. So earlier, if you did not have money or jugaad, it was very, very difficult to get government jobs. I think in the past 5 to 10 years, the BJP has created around 1.6 lakh jobs, and that is something which resonates across the state. And being from Congress, he also has men in the Congress. So he also has people in the, which gives him advantage on the part of the strategy. Whatever Congress is trying to devise, he has parked some people there. And that's why, in terms of election management, also he appears to be fairly strong.
And the Priyanka Gandhi impact?
So Priyanka Gandhi has not come yet. So see, any
Yeah.
news, you have to seize the momentum of the news. That news is now
Hmm.
1 month old. Neither Priyanka nor DKS have come to Assam even once. Bhupesh Baghel ji is doing rallies and holding meetings, but the star power has not reached yet.
So, Yashwant, I have just one point to add on the star power. Even in Davos when Hemanta was there, he chose to talk about Priyanka. So, kuch to impact hua hai, or you agree with Amitabh saying you are still waiting for her to arrive there?
I feel sympathetic towards Priyanka. I mean, it's like she's always sent to win a lost battle. I mean, that's unfair to her. I have seen her impact. Our trackers have shown her impact nationally as well. Whenever we have asked questions about her, but somehow Congress is hell bent upon, diluting her brand. I don't know why, what kind of strategy is that, but I feel sorry for her. Number one. Number two, these two chief ministers are popular. But both the states, I mean, the key area or the 400-pound gorilla in the room is the Muslim vote politics. All right. In Bengal as well. And as Amitabh mentioned earlier, 90 seats in Bengal is pretty spread out one, where 30% plus Muslim vote is there. So I always like to say, ममता बनर्जी ये 100 मीटर की वो रेस है जहां पे वो 50 मीटर पे खड़ी और शुरू करती है. All right. बंगाल में ममता बनर्जी को ये एडवांटेज है. आसाम में 100 मीटर की रेस में 30 मीटर पे कांग्रेस भी खड़ी है, लेकिन प्रॉब्लम उसके साथ में क्या है कि हिमंता बिस्व शर्मा ने 30 मीटर पे बड़ा सा डिलिमिटेशन का गड्ढा खोद दिया है और इस 100 मीटर की रेस को उसने स्टीपल चेज में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. तो अब कांग्रेस 30 मीटर पे खड़ी तो है, लेकिन वो गड्ढे के नीचे से उतर के जब तक वो निकलेगी तब तक हिमंता बिस्व शर्मा 110 मीटर पहुंच चुके होंगे. ये समस्या है. So I think the delimitation part of it has changed the entire game. It is now Hindu Assam versus Muslim Assam, and Congress, as you know, Dhubri Lok Sabha Congress won by 1 million vote plus margin. And the number 2 candidate in Dhubri was AIUDF, not even BJP. So for all practical purposes, Dhubri has become Srinagar or Baramulla or Lakshadweep kind of assembly parliamentary area where BJP can never win. But by doing that kind of delimitation, gerrymandering, Himanta Biswa Sarma has ensured that one seat BJP will never win in its life, but rest of the 13 seats he has opened up for the BJP in terms of Lok Sabha. So that is where it is. Congress and Gaurav, Gogoi, he gets 70-80% support base in that part of the Assam, but rest of the Assam, even with 60% support base, Himanta Biswa Sarma is going to win and walk unless there is some huge anti-incumbency piling up and he is unable to chop up the candidates in those seats and something happens. Same is with Mamta Banerjee. Mamta Banerjee enjoys a much bigger thing, and she has been an urban phenomena and a female leader. So female voters are there. So she has a strong base of Muslim voters, but then she has a non-Muslim spectrum as well to lean on to,
Okay.
which unfortunately for Congress in Assam, that non-Muslim spectrum is literally absent at this point of time. So that's where they stand. But we'll know more in coming weeks. I mean, we have already started the state thing. So I hope I will have something to share more details with you in next 15 days or so.
Done. In fact, this is the first of many conversations with the two of you where we are going to keep, a track via your trackers on the situation on the ground. So watch this space. Next time, a more detailed analysis of Assam and West Bengal. And we're going to keep updating you every week as to what's happening on the ground. Thank you for now.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.